second objective is to understand various algorithmic strategies to approach the problem solution. As any algorithm is written to solve the problem, that's why the statement written here is to approach the problem solution. The second objective is clear? Whether your second objective is clear? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
How you
Yes,
will
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
which approach you are going to use for solving a particular problem. Okay, it simply means that which approach we are going to use to solve a particular problem. That is nothing but algorithmic strategy which we are using, right? Okay, now let us turn to our third objective. Our third objective is to understand the memory requirement for various data structures. Now our subject is data structures. Throughout the course we are going to learn many data structures, like we can have array as the simplest data structure. We will be learning stack, queues, trees, linked list, graphs, and so on. So how the memory is allocated for each of these data structure. You might have studied in first year that memory can be allocated in two ways, that is static memory allocation and dynamic memory allocation, right? Now what happens in static memory allocation? Let us consider a very real life example. Say you want to buy a t-shirt. Okay, so what you will do, you will visit a shopkeeper and your budget is only 500 rupees. So you have carried only 500 rupees with you. So you will visit a cloth shop and you will ask the shopkeeper to give me a shirt which costs around say 500. Okay, so your budget is static. Like if a t-shirt exceeds than the cost 500, then it may not be possible for you to purchase that particular t-shirt. But if you will ask something like my budget is up to 1000 rupees, you show me the shirt which is ranging from 500 rupees to 1000 rupees. So it becomes dynamic. Same is the case with data structures. Like when you are writing a program and if you are allocating memory statically, that is if I declare an array say A of 10, it is expected that that array will be able to store at the max how many elements? 10 elements, right? But instead of this, if you are not knowing how many elements will be stored in the array, then in that case you can go for dynamic memory allocation. So likewise, you will be learning which are dynamic memory allocation techniques. Static memory allocation we are using generally, but using this particular subject, that is data structure, you need to learn how memory is allocated dynamically. Understood this third objective?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
That is, you are going to learn how to allocate memory. Suppose if I am using array, see for any data structure, there are two ways of allocating the memory, static and dynamic. So these things in detail we will learn in unit number 1. But of course, before you write a program, it should be known to you how you are going to allocate memory, whether statically or dynamically. And that is our third objective. Now our fourth objective for the subject is to understand various data searching and sorting methods with pros and cons. So in data structures, there are many searching methods and sorting method. Now what is searching? Searching is what? Given a list of numbers, you are going to find specific element. This is called as searching. Every day we are using this searching algorithm. See, we have a smartphone with us. Say for example, if I want to make a call to specific contact, so what we do, we go to the contact icon and say for example, if I want to make call to Kavita, so what I will type KAV, and what happens, immediately it will show me list of all the names which are starting with KAV. Are you getting? This operation is called as what? Searching operation. So for searching, many algorithms are there in the literature. For example, linear search.
Ma'am, your microphone is unmute.
Someone
Ma'am,
has
you are not
muted me.
audible.
Someone has muted me. Please don't do that. Don't mute me. Otherwise, you won't be able to listen anything. See, Microsoft Team is very flexible. Anyone can mute anybody, and even we can stop the video or start video of anyone. So please don't mute me at least, so that you won't be able to listen anything, right? So I was talking about searching. Now am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Audible now? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Audible.
Okay. Screen is also visible, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Visible.
We were talking about this fourth objective, that is searching and sorting methods. Searching, I told you example of like searching for specific number in a mobile. So for searching a number in mobile, we are using many searching methods. Like when we used to have those old phones which were not smartphone, in order to find specific number, we need to scroll through each and every number. Then only you will reach to the specific mobile number. But that is not the case with your smartphone. Suppose if I want to make call to Kavita madam, so I will just type KAV, and then it will show me the list of all the names which are starting